so-and-so. Oh yeah, it's nice to see the devotees. Hare, now the blue light is on. Okay, so we'll try to chant together. Yes, we are. Krishna Kirtana Gana Natana Paro Premamritambo Nidhi Dira Dira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmatsaro Pujito Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Bhuvi Bhuvo Paravahantarako Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipuno Sadharma Sangstapako Lokanamitikārino Chibhuvane Manyo Sharanya Karo Radha Krishna Parara Vinda Bhajana Nandena Mataliko Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Shri Gauranga Gunana Vanana Viro Shraddha Shamridhyanvito Papo Tapani Krintano Tanubritam Govinda Ganamritai Anandam Buddhivaranaika Nipuno Kaivalya Nishtarako Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Chaktva Tunamashesha Mandalapati Shrenim Sadatu Chavat Bhutva Dina Ganesha Kau Karunaya Kaupina Kanta Shritau Gopi Bhavara Samritad Bilari Kalola Magno Muho Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Kujat Kokila Hansa Sara Sagana Kine Mayura Kule Nana Ratna Nivada Mula Vitapa Shri Yukta Vrindavane Radha Krishna Mahanisham Prabhajato Jivatado Yomuda Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Sankhya Purvakanama Gana Nativi Kalavasani Krito Nidrahara Vihara Kara Vijito Chatyantarino Chayo Radha Krishna Gunasmiti Madhurima Nandena Samovito Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Radha Kunda Tate Kalinda Tanaya Tire Chavang Shivate Preman Madhavasada Shesha Dashaya Grasto Pramato Sada Gayanta Chakadare Gunavaram Bhava Vivuto Mudha Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Hey Radhe Braja Devi Ke Chalalite Hey Nanda Shuno Kuta Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Patale Kalinde Vanye Kuta Goshanta Viti Savato Brajapure Kedama Vivalo Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Jai the 6 Goswāmīs of Vrindavan ki jai, Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa ki jai. We won't read everything now. We're supposed to be, I forgot to mention in the line of Śrīla Madhya-līlā Maharaj, we always have to keep our eyes one on the verse and one on the translation. But then maybe we can chant the Shikshastakam as well while we're in chanting mode, page 200 or something like that, I think. Something like that. It's always good to keep chanting the Shikshastakam and then I know in the Russian mission, in the Russian temples and Ukraine temples, etc., they chant every morning, they chant Shikshastakam and the Swāmī Astakam. 200? Duo vente? Oh, yeah? Cente?
200.
Oh, completely wrong. Two winds, duo vente. Anyway. Jai Shri Shikshastakam ki jai. Cheto dharpanamarjanam bhavamaha davagni nivarpanam Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam punam ritasvadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Then we have to go forward a couple of pages to the next shloka. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis Tatra pita niyamita smarane nakala Etajishi teva kripa bhagavan mamapi Tudhaiva midrishamiha janina nuraga. And then Trinadapi sanichena Tarori vasa hishnuna Amanina manadena Kirtaniya sadahari. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim Kavitam va jagarisha kamaye Mama janmani janmanishvare Bhavatad bhakti ahoitaki tvai. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram Patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho Kripaya tava pada pankaja Shtitaduli sajishim vichintaya. Nayanam kaladashudaraya Vadanam gatkadarudaya gira Pulakir nichitam vapukada Tavanamagraine bhavishyati. Yugaitam namishena Chakshusha vishaitam Sunyaitam jagat sarvam Govinda vidahe name. You have to go forward a few pages to the next. Ashli sabapada tampinastu mam Adashanan mama hatam korotuva Yata tatava vidadata lampato Madprana natastu saevana para. Śrī Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gauda Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. Hare Krishna. So we should sing something before we get reading. We don't have much time. We sing something anyway. Prabhu, you can sing something? Sing some song?
The Dasavatar song?
Oh yes. What is it? Prayala. The Dasa Avatar. To Pralaya Prayoda Jale. I can't tell you.
Is it?
I'm in a different songbook, so I can't help you and you can't help me.
250. Because
Yeah, that's Śrīdhar.
Jai.
Pralaya pajodi jale dritavanya chivedam viditava hitra charitranaya kira.
Pralaya payodi jala jitavana shivedam vitava hitra charitam.
Keshavadita mina sharira jai jagadisha hari jai jagadisha hari
Keshavadita mina sharira jaya jagadisha re jaya jagadisha re. Tare tishtati tava prishte dharani dharana kina chakra darishte.
Kesavadita kurma sarira jaya jagadisha hari jaya jagadisha hari jaya jagadisha hari.
Keshavadita kurma sharira jaya jagadisha re jaya jagadisha re jaya jagadisha re. Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re. Janita Janapa Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare. Kshatriya Rudira Maya Jagada Bhagata Papa Snapayasi Payasi Shamita Bhavatapa
Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Keshavajita Rupati Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare. Tarasi Dikshurane Dikpati Kaminaya Dashamukha Mali Balim Ramaniya Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Keshavajita Rama Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Vasiva Kushipi Shadeva Shanam Jagadapa Alahati Milita Hasiva Kushipi Shadeva Shanam Jagadapa Alahati Biti Milita Keshavajita Haladhara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Sadaya Hidaya Dashita Pashugata Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshavajita Buddha Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Nechani Bahani Dane Kalaya Chikaramala Dumaketu Nibaki Apikara Nechani Bahani Dane Kalaya Chikaramala Dumaketu Nibaki Apikara Keshavajita Kalkitari
Keshavadita Kalkisharira Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Dasavidarupa Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Vedanudadate jaganti vahate bhugolam udbhidmrate daityam dharayate balim shalayate shatrakshayam kudavate paulastyam jayate halam kalayate karunyam atvanvate mlechan muchayate dashakritikrit krishnaya tubhyam namaha. Ki joy. Wonderful. Right. Hare Krishna, Dandavat to Tuti, and the blue light is on. Yes, it's still on. Hare Krishna. Hello, Feltham. Hello, the world. Oh, and yes, and Jai Kumkum Didi, if she's watching, because yesterday I heard from Kumkum Didi and she'd spotted me. So we've got, she's in Ashland, Oregon. So you don't know who's watching the morning program in West London chapter of Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. So we better crack on, haven't we? Time is going. So we left the devotees yesterday on the roof, didn't we? In Jagannath Puri. And who was on the roof? The king was on the roof. And Gopinathacharya, and I think maybe Sarvabhauma, because he's the king, Prataparuja, king of Puri, maybe more powerful person, and he's a devotee, and he wants to meet Mahāprabhu. And Mahāprabhu's saying, I don't meet kings, basically, I'm a sannyasi, it's not. Jai Gurudev, Jai Tisundar Govinda Deva Swāmī Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Mahāprabhu Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai. Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī ki Jai. And he's not having any luck, and the devotees, so merciful, on behalf of Maharaj Prataparuja, are going to him and saying, going to Mahāprabhu and saying, please, he just wants some, he just wants to meet you, he just wants to bow down at your lotus feet. And Mahaprabhu's like, just stop talking about it, stop asking me where I'm leaving, I don't want to hear about it. And then he gets some good advice from, was it Swarup Damodar? Who gave him the advice? I can't remember, my brain is rubbish. Swarup Damodar, I think it might have been, who gave him the advice. Now what you have to do is wait till Ratha Yatra time. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And then when he comes out from the Gundicha, he'll go in the garden there, and he'll be in ecstasy, he'll be very, very happy. And then take off your Rajavesh and put on the cloth of a Vaishnava, no fancy king stuff, and then make your approach then, and I think this is the way to do it. Huh?
They say Gangotri pants.
Say?
Gangotri pants.
Oh. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes, take off your Gangotri pants. Put on the cloth. Hare Krishna. So this is the advice to Maharaj Prataparuja. But he wants to see all the devotees as well, because he doesn't know. He doesn't know. So he's gone onto the roof of his palace as all the 200 Mahabhagavatas. Kavirāja Gosvāmī says 200 topmost devotees. We heard all the names as Gadadhar Pandit, as Acharya. Everybody's there. Basically, they've come from Bengal. Nityananda, Mahāprabhu, Advaita Acharya, so many. We heard so many names. And he's on the roof, and Gopinath Acharya is pointing out the devotees to the king and saying, oh yes, let's see, that's this person and that's that person. We left them on the roof. And so Gopinath Acharya has been going through all these names, Mukunda Das over there, Narahari, Raghurandan, Sulochan, etc., etc. How many names shall I speak to you? He says to the king. Well, all the devotees you see here are associates of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, who is their life and soul. Okay, so we'll start here. Rajakahi, Deki Mora Haila Chamatkara. Oh, he's gone. Chamatkara. Vaishnavera Aiche Teja Deki Nahi Ara. The king said, upon seeing all these devotees, I am much astonished. Chamatkara, first verse. I am much astonished, for I have never seen such a effulgence. Thank you, Prabhu. I have never seen such effulgence, the king is saying. Seeing all these people, it's chamatkar. Koti Surya, Koti 10 million Surya sons. Koti Surya Samasaba Ujvala Varana Kabunahi Shuni e Madhya Kirtana. Oh, Shuni. What do we say? Kabunahi, never. Shuni Madhurya, sweet Kirtana. We can do it. Bengali just comes so sweetly. Indeed, their effulgence is like the brilliance of 1,000,000 suns. Nor have I ever heard the names chanted so melodiously. Nice in English, more beautiful in Bengali. Kabunahi Shuniye Madhurya Kirtana. Never heard anything like it or seen anything like it. This is the king, just seeing the devotees. And they're coming from the road from Bengal, so they're probably dusty and, they've been on the road for however long it takes. Don't know the length of that journey in those days.
It takes about 20 hours on the train.
Right.
So it'll be a few days.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. He says, and he continues, Aiche prema, Aiche, such prema, Aiche nitya, Aiche haridvani, kahan nahi deki Aiche kahan nahi shuni. I have never before seen such prema, ecstatic love, Aiche prema, such nor heard the vibration of the holy name of the Lord chanted in such a way, nor seen such dancing during Sankirtan. Hare Krishna. Bhattachaja kahe e madhurya vachana, Chaitanyera shishti e prema sankirtana. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, this sweet transcendental sound is a special creation of the Lord known as Prema Sankirtana. Congregational chanting in love of God. Prema Sankirtan. Avatari Chaitanya Kaila Dharma Pracharana Kali Kale Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtana. See, don't even need a translation. In the age of Kali, Mahāprabhu has descended to preach the religion of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, the chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna is the religious principle for this age. Kali Kale Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Sankana Yage Tare Kare Aradhana Seta Sumeda Ara Kali Hata Jana. Anyone who worships Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by congregational chanting should be considered to be very intelligent. One who does not do so must be considered a victim of this age and bereft of all intelligence. Hare Krishna. So I'm happy to be surrounded by such intelligent people. Then he quotes the... Where's this one from? Anyway. Krishnavanam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangascha Parshadam Yagya Sankirtana Prayai Yajanti Hi Sumedha. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. So, who is it we're speaking now? Sarvabhauma, isn't it? Yes. So Sarvabhauma's quoting some verses to the king to say, yes, this is Mahāprabhu who's just come. The king said, Rajakahe Shastra Pamane Chaitanya Hana Krishna Tabe Kena Pandita Sabe Tahata Vitrishna, indifferent. The king said, according to evidence given in revealed scriptures, it is concluded that Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself. Why then are learned scholars sometimes Vitrishna, indifferent to him? Okay, so he's saying yes, so it says here and here and here and here, he's Krishna, so why is not everybody basically, all these learned scholars, why are they indifferent to Mahāprabhu? That's the king's question. So that's a good question, isn't it? Fair enough. So Bhattacharya is going to reply, Bhattakahe Tana Kripalesha Hayayare Se Tahare Krishna Kari Laita Pare. Bhattacharya replied, only a person who has received but a small fraction of mercy from the Lord can understand that Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. No one else can. If the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is not bestowed upon a person, regardless of how learned a scholar that person may be, and regardless of his seeing or listening, he cannot accept the Lord as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bengali, Tana Kripa Nayara Pandita Naikena Dekila Shuniyatare Ishvara Naamani. You just can't understand it without that grace. And then okay, this is Sarvabhauma continues, and of course he's a great pundit, so he's supplying evidential shlokas. Atapi te deva padambuja dvaya prashadala shanku krita evahi janati tatvam bhagavan mahim no nachanya eko picharim vichinvan. My Lord, from the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, my Lord, If one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. Raja kahe sabe Jagannatha na dekhiya. Raja kahe sabe Jagannath na dekhiya. Caitanya-caritāmṛta griha chalila dana. The king said, instead of visiting the temple of Lord Jagannath, all the devotees are running towards the residence of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. I think you come to Jagannath Puri to go in the Jagannath temple. Well, if you're fortunate in the right body. You're going to visit Lord Jagannath, but the devotees are all running. But so the king's asking that, and Sarvabhauma says, Bhatakai eta svabhavika prema-ritya. Svabhavika prema-ritya. Mahāprabhu milibhare utkantita chitta. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, this is spontaneous love. Svabhavika, spontaneous, prema-ritya, attraction of love. All the devotees are very anxious to meet Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Agetane mila sabe tane sangalai, tane sange Jagannatha dekivena giya. First the devotees will meet Mahāprabhu and then take him with them to the temple to see Lord Jagannath. We're already over time. Hare Krishna. There's no. I mean, we can just end here because this is going to go on and other people are going to come, and there's no natural sort of break. So. And then they're going to start talking about prasadam and mahaprasadam. You can't
can
go
I
to...
just ask a question, Prabhu? But when, at this point, because Maharaj Prataparudra was famous for sweeping
Yes.
in front of the Jagannath
Yes.
cart,
Yes.
the Rath Yatra.
Right.
So when did that happen? When was it? Did he start to do that?
I don't know. I'd have to do my homework for that.
Okay.
As to whether that he was already doing that previously to meeting Mahāprabhu, or whether that was subsequently. I don't know. And I think still to this day the Maharaj...
Yeah. Well, in the ISKCON Rath Yatras, they have somebody acting with a big broom, with a sweeping in front of the Rath cart, yeah.
No, but I mean the present king still does like
right,
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But maybe it's a humility of the king or the town mayor or sort of exalted personality to do that, to show that humility for Lord Jagannath.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're the king. But I mean, that was the Vedic system. The kings, the Kshatriyas are not in the primary position. Yeah. The Brahmin is in the primary position. So the king has all the power and the money, but he has duties, and for his instruction and his advice and so many things, he's going to the Brahmin, who would be, you know, living very simply and not in a palace and not beholden to money or anybody. He's only speaking the truth according to his understanding and revelation. The Brahmin class. So that would be natural in a way for them to, be humble in front of the. And somebody told me, even to this day, I think it went probably David Sheesh, it's a sort of David Sheesh thing, even to this day when the Queen has a big banquet, right, and all the dignitaries are there, or the King now has a big banquet, the bishops, they get served first, not the Queen. The church representatives get the first plate, not the queen. So that's something harking back to those days where that was seen as the higher position rather than the.
Well, even in medieval times, the kings always had the sort of priest around them, like an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the kings and queens,
right.
whatever, England, Europe, whatever.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Voice of their conscience holding them.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. I mean, yeah. If those Brahmins were actual Brahmins, then that's very good, you know. And in Kali Yuga, everything big mess. But so. So we'll read a little bit from here, and we've mentioned today is Lord Varaha's appearance day, very mysterious, mystical, you know, inconceivable, but some special significance or some special heart's place, because Varaha is the deity of Koladvip. So you know, he lives in the mat in Koladvip, Varaha in his Śrīla form, with a long and wonderful story of how, you know, this Śrīla that was causing, you know, devastation pretty much everywhere, because nobody knew how to worship him properly, and were warned of Shīlas. They're not really for worshipping in this age at all. So fine a line you have to walk to offer worship to such a to the Lord in such a form. I mean, when we went to Muktinath, those times, where it's the source of the Kali Gandaki, Krishna Gandaki actually it's called. Krishna Gandaki rivers coming down from the mountains, and these Shīlas are coming out of the river. Śrīla Madhya must have said about, I don't know, many times every day, and do not, you know, be looking for Shīlas, taking Shīlas, anything like that. And they are all around, because you're walking through villages and up the river, and you know, sometimes they're selling them. You know, sometimes you go through a village and they'll have a table outside a house with all things. At one place we were sitting down. It was a bit nicer than your basic chai shop, but it was just a simple eating place, and there's a table and walked out of town. And it took me a few minutes to realise that this big rock, big one like this, in the middle was actually a Śrīla, you know. So
who's identifying them? How do
that's yeah. I mean, they have a look, but even that I don't know. There's a Shastra, because that's what Srila Govinda Maharaj used when the Brahmin finally brought him, Varaha Dev, to the mat and said, this Śrīla has been in this house, that temple, this place, and every place, you know, there's been a level of chaos and mayhem and has been wrought. Can you please? You know, and in a similar vein, in ISKCON in the olden days, devotees took it upon themselves to worship Shalagram Śrīla, and often they would have them as part of their personal worship. Then when they came to Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa is like, I am bowing my head from a distance. I am not in that lot. This is, you know, my Lord is Mahāprabhu, and you know, this is a different. It's like
contra worship. It's very high standard.
Yes. So then they were bringing them to the temple and saying, "Can we leave? You know, can I leave them here with you?" Once they heard that you're meddling in things, you don't really know what you're doing.
You need to arrange for the continuous, almost if you install them, continuous worship.
So many things, yeah, so many things. It's not like Gopinath, it's not like Giriraj. Well, literally Gurudev says, you can open a packet of biscuits and say, here, do you want a biscuit? To Giriraj, it's family. Family, absolutely family. Yeah, not like that with. So then they'd all bring these Shīlas to the temple and give them to Guru Maharaj, who'd keep them in a box somewhere, you know, prayerfully put them in a... And he sent Madhusudana, you know, Mahananda, he sent him on that trip to put them back. To put him back in the river, and he had all sorts of adventures going up there.
He got a boil on his leg. Did you hear about that?
Probably. He had all the adventures and he put them back anyway. So this Śrīla came in the mat, and Guru Maharaj is thinking, what's going on? You know, they don't think like, you know, how devout Paramahamsas think. You know, it's like when the German architect, engineer, said of building the Giriraj temple in the middle of Sri Govinda Kund. It's not going to work because of the mud, because of the Ganga plain, it's flooding. You're not going to be able to put pillars in and make a... So Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj is thinking of it. And his conclusion is yeah, right. We need to do puja to Kurma Dev. That's how he's seeing reality.
Yeah. You get the revelation. Like
we need to do some puja to Kurma Dev, who's carrying the earth on his back, the turtle. What is it? Turtle, right? Turtle. And they did that. And then subsequently made it exactly like that, made a different design without pillars that's actually floating on the... Like the Taj Mahal is, that's also sort of on a platform. Anyway, so Guru Maharaj is thinking, and he thinks, who is this for a start? I mean, I've seen pictures of, you know, I've seen Shīlas that have got like a spiral on them. That's like Surya Śrīla. I mean, you could sort of understand, oh yeah, that looks like the sun. And so many, and they all have... But there's a Shastra. So Śrīla Govinda Maharaj got the, you know, whatever it's called, a Shalagram Śrīla, something or other, you know. And said, he thought it was Varaha Dev. He thought that's who this particular Shalagram is, Varaha. And then Guru Maharaj meditated and said, yes, I think you're right. I think it's Varaha. And then his solution to the problems that were coming with this particular deity was that a brahmachari needs to cook him sweet rice every day. He needs to take sweet rice. Brahmachari can offer that every day, and then he can peacefully stay in. And he's, you know, that's why we always had sweet rice every day. At least it was prepared and offered for Varaha Dev in the temple. And he's the presiding deity of Koladweep, our home, Varaha. He's staying there in the...
Getting happy, the chaos stopped.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, chaos returned, but, you know, at least under the guardianship of, or under the divine, under those divine agents of sweetness, Śrīla Guru Maharaj and Śrīla Gurudev, everything, were able to harmonize him there. Hare Krishna. So we'll just read a little bit from of Guru Maharaj. I keep forgetting where we are every day because we just had Brahmanda Brahmita Kona Bhagavana Jeev Guru Krishna Prasada Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. According to the thread of their karma, The living beings are wandering throughout many species of life in the universe. What do we say it? Channel surfing planetary systems of illusion. As I heard Gosvāmī Maharaj translate that as one time, and then we've moved on to swiping through planetary systems of illusion. Among all such wandering souls, one for whom the fortune of spiritual merit, sukriti, has arisen, by which devotion is facilitated, gains the seed of the creeper of devotion by the grace of Guru and Krishna. That seed is Shraddha, good faith. So that's the shloka from the Caitanya-caritāmṛta. And then Guru Maharaj says, it's not a light thing. We must know that this seed of Krishna consciousness is the most valuable thing in the whole of creation. Everything, now he's quoting here, but I don't know where from, he's saying, everything, good or bad, belongs to Krishna, and I am his unconditional servitor. Our general thought must be like this, and the details will develop gradually. We need not apprehend any injustice. He is absolute good, so his mercy is absolute. His love is absolute. He is the loving center. We must make our heart broad, wide, to accept such a seed. Love is the widest thing. Love can accommodate even the enemy. Love is not afraid of any sacrifice, so it can accommodate even the enemy, and he is thereby conquered. Such conquering is complete and perfect. Our conquest is not perfect, but love's conquest is perfect. So we must be prepared to pay the value of this greatest achievement. Die to live. What can I give? Everything belongs to him, and I also belong to him. I must admit that I am his. This much is necessary. This is the central knowledge, and it's not unreasonable. I am not out of central control. I am not out of central control, and his all-controlling potency is not power, but love. I am not out of central control, but his all-controlling potency is not power, it's love. This is the most liberal proposal, good news, and fortune. Guru Maharaj just banging it out. Suspicion and hesitation are the worst enemies. Suspicion, hesitation, worst enemies. We may be near to the truth, but because of our previous karma, our suspecting nature deceives us. In Śrī Gita it is mentioned, samshayatma vinashyati, the suspicious are doomed. Time is valuable, but it is passing in mere hesitation. If a general is sent to the battlefield and he harbors a suspicious mentality, what can he attain? Nothing. Nothing. He will put all his soldiers into the jaw of the enemy general. But he should have a definite plan and engage with proper intensity to fight with Maya. And Maya is willing. The enemy is willing. One should feel his personal deficiency and fight for the center. And supplies and fortifications must be had from the highest and most special department, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu and Shastra With the help of the saints and the scriptures, we must subdue the enemy within us, within our house. The worst part of the problem is that the enemy is not without, but within. And we must get help from without. The most intimate friends of the Krishna world. They are our real friends. We are troubled by our enemies' lust, anger, greed, etc. And doubt or suspicion is also our enemy. There is also insanity, illusion and hatred. Hesitation comes out of ignorance or moha. And he quotes this famous shloka, Paranishtitopi nagunya uttama shloka lilaya griyete chetaraja she akyanam yad aditavan. Sukadeva Goswami explained to Mahaparikshit and all the topmost sages, this illusory world is full of variety and movement, and above it is Brahman, the non-differentiated plane of the Absolute. But on the other side, there is again a differentiated and specified world, the Adokshaja world, beyond sensual perception. This Brahman is not the ultimate existence, but crossing Brahman. On the other side, there is the Adokshaja world. There we find Krishna-līlā, which is not a thing of this mundane world. You all know I have no charm for this world whatsoever. Sukadeva Goswami. And my mind was attracted by the charm of that higher Līlā. Today I shall speak to you all about that Līlā. Sukadeva Goswami, start in the Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, everywhere to begin and where to stop. The king and the sages had to give their undivided attention. What does he say? This young boy, over 16 years of age, and he doesn't even wear any clothing. He goes naked. He feels no excitement, and he is constantly engaged in Brahman conception. And he says there's another world on the other side of this Brahman, and Krishna-līlā is the wealth of that side. They could not but give an audience attentively. All these big sages and munis and rishis, they all wanted to hear from this naked boy. And what does he say? What does he know? And what is the nature of that Līlā he speaks about? They became more and more attentive to hear. Sometimes musicians think that music will create disturbance in the stage of Brahman. But in the highest stage, we are told there are musical instruments, such as the flute, veena, and many others. There are expert musicians there. But they are already fully established in satisfying Krishna's senses, doing nothing for their own. Otherwise, music captures and attracts our minds toward this material plane. The element must be spiritual, all service. Krishna-līlā springs up from the land of dedication, and the imitation is in the land of exploitation. And midway is Brahman, the land of cessation. Sever everything. Sevamukhi jivado svayameva spuratyada. When the Lord's transcendental name, form, qualities and pastimes are spiritually served with all our faculties, he personally makes his gracious appearance within our spiritual senses. We must be very attentive to the tests that face us in service. No deception can stand there. Hare Krishna. No deception can stand there. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakak Śrīdhar Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai. Jati Rajeshwara. beautiful. Just simple, clear, perfect, wonderful, just and encouraging. So, you know, nobody can be your, there's no one can be more of a friend to you than yourself, and nobody can be a worse enemy to you than yourself. And the environment is all good. Every wave is favourable. Just revolutionary stuff. Every wave is favourable. Adjust yourself. But you can't do it on your own. We need the, how did he say it? The sadhus and shastra, but with our, under the affectionate guidance and help of the Vaishnavas, Shri Guru Vaishnava, then we can go on happily. That is, Devashish yesterday was also very nice. He was just saying, just hang around, you know. That's how he said it, you know, because, you know, we're doing what we can, but at least just hang around, you know, just don't go away, just keep coming, keep doing what you can, just don't lose that, whatever attachment we have to this, to the devotees, then just keep doing it, because they are powerful and we are not, and we won't be forgotten, and we're not orphans. So it's very sweetly how he said that anyway. Just hang around, just keep coming.
We need to fight for our faith, like the Lord said to Arjuna, that be a yogi, but
Right.
Stand and fight. So we must be some willing aspect on our part.
Yes.
To take
Yes.
that courageous
Yes.
fight.
That's what
it's not just a
praying.
passive or neutral thing. There must be some willing on your part to make some effort, at least of a little sacrifice.
Yes.
Then it will help. Krishna will take 10 steps towards you, Mahāprabhu, Nityananda will take 100 of 200 and maybe take everything, you know. Yeah.
Right.
So there must be some effort on our part of willing.
Yes.
That symptom of the soul, willing,
Right.
feeling, thinking.
Yes.
And there must be some small effort on our part to, you know, make an effort.
Yes. Jai. Yes. Hare Krishna. You want to sing Hare Haraya Nama Krishna, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Śrī Madhusudana.
Gopal Govinda Rama Śrī Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana.
Śrī Caitanya Nityananda Śrī Advaita Chandra.
Śrī Caitanya Nityananda Śrī Advaita Chandra.
Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Gadadhara
Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath.
Jaya
Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath. Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath.
Shri Jiva Gopala
Bhakta Dasa Raghunath. Jai Gosai Caritana Vandan.
Jai
Gosai Kori Charana Vandan. Yahoy Te Vignana Sabishta Puran.
Jahoy Te
Vignana Sabishta Puran. Jai Gosai Anna Monita Nirdas.
Jai Gosai Jara Muridhara Das
Tanta Bara Para Renu Mora Panchagra
Dasa Saradana
Devi Bhakta Panchagra Sandara Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Bhas
Tadare Charana Sabe
Bhakta Sane Bhas Jana me more Abela
Jana me more
Abela Jai Gosaya Praja Koile Bhas
Jai Gosai Jate Praja Koile
Śrī Radha Krishna Nitya Līla Kavirāja Prakash
Radha Krishna Nitya
Līla Kavirāja Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja
Vrindavan Sri Guru Vaishnava Pare Mahāyama
Shri Guru Vaishnava
Pare
Pare
Mahāyama Sri Guru Vaishnava Para Padme Koreha
Shri Guru Vaishnava Para Padma
Koreha Hari Nama Sankirtan Kohe Narodama Das
Hari Nama Sankirtana
Kohe Narodama Das Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narodama Das
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narodama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Guru Day, Guru Day, Jaya Jaya Guru Day,
Jaya Jaya Guru Dev,
Guru Day, Guru Day, Jaya Jaya Guru Day, Jaya Jaya Guru Day, Guru Day, Guru Day, Jaya Jaya Guru Day,
Jaya Jaya Guru Dev,
Guru Day, Guru Day, Jaya Jaya Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Haribol.
Gaura Premanande.
Jai Sri Parikasi Shri Guru Gauranga Sundara Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Shri Śrīla Bhakti Sangha Govinda Dev Goswāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Rakshak Śrīdhar Dev Goswāmī Maharaj Ki Jai. Bhagavan Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Muga Gurvaga Ki Jai. Shri
Jai.
Saraswat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Varaha Avibha Mahamahotsav Ki Jai. There was something else, wasn't there? Somebody else, but I can't remember too. All the Vaishnavas Ki Jai. Right? Eating toast Ki Jai. Yeah. What's it called? The Paran, Śrī Paran Ki Jai. And Tutti Devotee Ki Jai. And Hari 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 Jai. And Breakfast Prashadam Ki Jai.